And now, here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow. You know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro, we are here live at the Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collectorfest here at the 2300 Arena down in South Philadelphia, the old ECW Arena, as it were. And there are a litany of people here. In fact, standing not 5 feet away from me, Tommy Dreamer, having a chat with Dennis Stamp. Immediately behind me, we've got Chris Hero. We'll see if we can maybe get him on the program coming up in over the course of the hour here. As we've meandered around for the course of the day here, we've seen Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is here. We've seen Rob Van Dam. He was kind of surfing his way through the crowd, to put it rather humorously. Kurt Angle's here. Had a nice chat before we got on the air with Lex Luger, the Total Package. Super cool guy. I know he was on the program a few years ago when we were over at Sign-O-Mania, courtesy of George's Cards and Collectibles. I saw Booker T. Just name a few. Snitsky, he's around here. The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He's behind us over here. There's so much going on.
Not even that much to the left of us either. Cole Cabana, how you doing?
Oh, yeah, exactly. We've been talking for how long about breaking the fourth wall, and we finally broken to the point that Cole Cabana is here. So, I mean, there's another. We'll see what we can do to reach out to some of these folks as the hour goes along. And I'd be remiss as I see the Crunch Fitness tent here. Got to give them a little bit of a shout out over on Commerce Boulevard in Fairless Hills. Mike Riddle, a good friend of mine. Gosh, going back to my backyard wrestling days of a teenager that are probably better. You stop it. Oh, yeah, like you weren't doing that a year or two ago before you started.
I wasn't because I don't
You didn't have anybody else to do that with. That's right.
Yeah.
That would require friends who are into that sort of thing. Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Nice save there, Fearon. It's very nice. Very good backtrack.
I know.
Right back into the safety zone.
Exactly. Hey, all that DDP yoga, of course I got to lower into the safety zone. You know how it is.
Yep.
Something like that. But Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful's here. Just a litany of names. It's going on until 3 o'clock today, and we're going to be here until 1 o'clock, just taking in the aura, the pageantry, the festivities, the merchandising, because there is a lot of merchandise here. In fact, there's a couple of vendors, one right across from us with a plethora, as Lex Luger said at WrestleMania 8, of action figures, which I know is right up your alley.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was looking around earlier, having a lot of fun, looking at a bunch of the action figures and such.
Oh, yeah, Joe Feeney's here. Joe Feeney with the Creative Control podcast. He's
right alongside Joel Goodhart, the quintessential
stud muffin himself. Joel. Gertner. Yeah, no, I was going to say I can't do any of his I can't do any of his limericks and not get in any more trouble. Although apparently, I as you can hear, I was not fired after last week's little fun bit that I guess Ted Efaw and Crashing Mike Samsel found their way into. I was going to say, would Samsel be here and try to crash this as well?
I would love to see that happen.
Stranger things have happened. You never know who's going to show up here, especially with all these different folks meandering around and flowing around and just milling about. Plus, there's a beverage or two over there that I wouldn't mind getting my thirst quenched with, but I won't be able to do that until after the festivities here because, professionalism and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sabu is here. I know I saw him floating around. The Blue Meanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Matt
representatives.
Tremont from
Matt Tremont. Well, I was talking with him earlier. We'll see if he can swing by the table sometime during the hour. X-Pac. Yeah, there's a litany of names here at the Collectorfest, and it's definitely something that you want to come down to. The Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collectorfest. That's right. I know that this is a wrestling show, but there are also there's a little bit of a wrestling and comic crossover, I'd say. Comic book artist Howie Noel is here. Now, or is it Howie Noel? You can tell that I'm not as...
I would think Howie...
Noel, like...
Noel.
That would be my guess, even though it's not anywhere near the holiday season. Comic book artist Chris Graves is here. No relation to Corey. At least I don't think so. The writer of Judge Dredd, Eric Freitas, is here.
Very nice, very nice.
And the Rebel Legion, they're an international Star Wars costuming organization.
Yes, I was going browsing by their table earlier.
For the cosplayers and, dare I say, LARPers and things of that nature.
Yes, very true. And
I'm so getting hip for that later.
Newly crowned Hall of Famer Stan Hansen is here.
Yes, Stan the Man Hansen. I'm sure not too far from him is owner of the MFPW, Danny Cage.
Yeah.
Huge fan of his.
And Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah, I've not run into him yet. Maybe
I know where his table is.
Oh, okay. We'll have to see if we can sneak over there at some point. Man, if only we were able to take this with us and just kind of meander around along with things. Just because being stationary, I mean, while it's fun, there's just so much to do. It's hard to stay in one place for a long period of time, especially when you didn't take your medicine like I did.
Yeah, true.
Oh, we're in trouble here.
You know what? I don't care. I'll gladly throw down money for a picture with Heenan.
Oh boy.
You know you would too.
Yes, I absolutely would. He's the reason I'm here as a broadcast journalist. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I would most absolutely do it and not be apologetic about it. Without question. Oh, Mr. Ooh La La. A long time from ECWA and a lot of other promotions. Those glasses are they are impossible to miss.
Yeah.
These sunglasses that he has on. So it's amazing. As I just look around, it's I should probably, I was going to say, I can't quite put this on Periscope, at least not without the express verbal consent of some of the promoters here and things of that nature. But it is a fun time. All the more reason that I'm going to do my best to paint a picture with the words as best I can as a radio entity. And we'll talk about a lot of other things as well. Oddly enough and ironic enough that we are here in the 2300 Arena, the old ECW Arena, that we have some not so good news to pass along. Jonathan Reckner. That name may not immediately sound familiar, but of course his character name most certainly would, because he wrestled in ECW, WWE, and TNA as Balls Mahoney. He passed away this past Tuesday, one day after his 44th birthday. His family has started a GoFundMe fundraising campaign. They're hoping to raise $25,000 to pay for his funeral costs and to help his widow Gail and son Christopher. So far, almost $5,500 has been raised in just the past 2 days since they have started it. And our condolences to not only the Reckner family, but the entire ECW family, as they've taken quite a hit over the past few months. I mean, going back to December, with the Shaw Hack Myers passing away, and then in February with Axel Rotten, and now Balls Mahoney. It's been a rough go for the ECW originals, to say the least.
Yeah, it really is hard when the wrestling community loses another comrade, you know. So, best of my condolences to the Mahoney or the Reichner family. Very sad to hear of his passing. Nothing but the best to his family, though.
Without question. And walking by, I was going to say, anytime that we're around, this guy certainly can't get away. Ed from Northeast Philly, live and in person, standing in front of our table here. What's going on, Ed? Let's see. Do we want to, do we want to throw a headset on? Yeah, why the heck not? All right, let's get the headset on here. Let's get him turned up here. Flip that around here for you. Get the headsets going. All right, let's see. We got the mics working. Go ahead and talk into that. Make sure that we can. Yeah, we can hear you nice and loud and clear.
Just got here. Overslept.
Oh, good. Well, fortunately, there's plenty of time to get things in, as it's going until 3 o'clock today. And just the litany of names here, I mean, of past and present and future as well. Just as I mentioned before you hopped on the microphone here, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. He's right behind me here. To my immediate back and left here to my immediate JFK, back and to the left. We've got Chris Hero. What?
Nothing. We have...
I was going to say, am I getting fired again?
No, right almost behind us, we have Brian Cage from Lucha Underground.
Oh, yeah. Brian Cage from Lucha Underground. We've got
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby the Brain Heenan is over there. Yeah.
On the west wall.
Yeah, I've got to make sure to get over to him. Right underneath the Hardcore Hall of Fame banners, it looks like, here in the ECW Arena, the 2300 Arena. I know it's one of those deals where even though it's got a new name, I'm still used to calling it the old name. I'm sure a lot of people still refer to Columbus Boulevard as Delaware Ave, for example. Yeah, at least here in the, I know that is lost on those who are listening worldwide at WBCB1490.com. But for those of us here in the Philadelphia area, which I would say is a vast majority of our listeners, that I'd like to think they have a pretty good idea of what I'm referencing there. But me make a tangent that people don't understand? No, that's never happened before on this show.
Yeah, right. Like.
I say that maybe that hasn't happened in the last minute or so.
And there's a long line for HBK.
Oh, that's not surprising. Yes, the headliner. How could I forget the headliner, the showstopper, the main event, the icon.
And passing right by us right now, current Monster Factory Girl champion Deonna Purrazzo.
Deonna Purrazzo's here as well. Oh, gosh, I know. The names are just all over the place here, but what was I saying? Yes, the line, very abundant for the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, who is here. Just to name a few. I mean, there's probably over 50 different wrestlers here in all. Sammy Callahan, Shane Douglas, little Guido Maritato, Nunzio. We saw him running around here having a chat.
I didn't see Abyss yet.
I think he might be coming in with Danny Cage, owner of the MFPW, and, of course, Abyss, TNA star and heavyweight champion of the MFPW. We'll be talking a little bit more about them coming up later in this hour. There's so much going on here. The Blue Meanie. I know I saw him over in the far end. I guess that would be I don't know if that would be the north or south end. Let's see if that's the west. Yeah, cardinal directions. I'm so good at them. I guess that would be the south end of the 2300 Arena. To give directions here. We're kind of in we're near the middle, but we're kind of in the northeast end of, I guess we're in the Fishtown section of the ECW Arena, the 2300
God, does that mean
Arena.
We're with all the hipsters?
Well, I mean, you've got me here. I guess that might count for something. I don't know.
That's counting against hipsters.
Yeah,
so
true.
We're good.
Well, I was going to say, my mustache, I don't know. Would my mustache be considered hipsterish?
No, it's not. You don't look like a conquistador, so you're good.
Oh, fair. Well, I can't greet anybody from Puerto Rico.
Boricua or something like that, I think I got it right.
Well, isn't that the new Primo and Epico deal with the...
yes.
With the greetings from Puerto... Yeah, okay. I'd like to think I have this together, at least somewhat.
Well, you're starting to get the Carlito afro back, which is good.
Yes, I spit in the face of those who don't want to be cool.
Is it Carlito?
Carlito, I don't believe is here at this particular event, but...
Yeah, it doesn't look alike.
I was going to say, he's been to past things here.
And dressed as Carlito, though.
Oh, there is a Carlito lookalike, and that's not me?
Yeah.
Well, true. I'm sporting the BCB polo, and... Well, yeah, there's a Carlito lookalike. The Hulk Hogan lookalike is roaming around here. We've got a little bit of news about him that we'll get into later. Well, about Hogan? Hulk Hogan, not the impersonator. What the impersonator does behind closed doors is none of my business, nor is it anybody else's, and I don't think anybody else wants it to be their business, but that's a whole nother story.
True.
We're causing trouble and taking names and doing what we usually do here. Only we're doing it not in the studio, not in the MFPW Arena. We are at the 2300 Arena, the old ECW Arena down in South Philadelphia. And we're going to get into some other news and notes and whatnot. Ed, I was going to say, anything else before we take it to our first time out here? Anything you want to add to the mix here?
I'll save my list for after the break.
There we go. Oh, for after the break. Okay, so you're going to stick around with us for a little bit. All righty, so there we go. There's something to keep track of and stick around for.
If it's all right with you.
Well, I was going to say, things are changing second by second. If you want to go meander around and kind of give us a roving report kind of look, that wouldn't be a bad idea either.
I'll try to get you a couple people.
There we go. There we go. Contributing to the program, Ed from Northeast Philly. We certainly... Oh, goodness. And, of course, leave it to the Pro Wrestling Weekly Facebook feedback. John from Northeast Philly chiming in. Philadelphia term, water equals woulda, and Columbus Boulevard equals Delaware Ave.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Well, you see, I have to say water because that's what they teach us in broadcasting school, to get rid of those localisms and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember in broadcasting school there was another fellow student of mine who was straight out of the Bronx, and he was reading doing a commercial read, and the word C-A-L-L, which we all know is call, but he could not pronounce it that way. He said cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
1-800. I'm trying to broadcast here, all right? Can you just get me a cannoli so I can get back to what I'm doing? Like, seriously. Cool. No, I can't do it anymore.
I was going to say, apparently these stereotypes that you're throwing out there are usually reserved for the 8 to 9 o'clock hours on a Saturday with the Italian-American hour on 1490 WBCB. But,
and
why not? I'm
Italian-American. We can do another hour of that.
I was going to say another hour of Sinatra and Dean Martin. I don't know.
No. Just Italian-American. Bang! Like that.
Again, with the DDP yoga references. All right, well, while Lucas is stretching out here, and while apparently a one-person New Day Rocks chant was going on there, at least the New Day... oh, goodness, okay. SAWFT.
Soft.
That is some kind of spelling job.
No, because...
No, I know.
Yeah,
then don't guess.
No, he's talking about those...
Oh, okay, cool. And so, okay, I gotcha. All right, now I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Little joke.
One of the things that we need to... and the jokes are certainly appreciated. I know that I've got quite a few of them as the hour goes on here. We're going to take things back to the studio, though, and try to reset things a little bit here, and who better to do that than Ted Efaw, as he does so well. So we're going to throw things back to the studio and come back with more news, notes, who knows what else, people to talk to. We'll see who we can bring over, all that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
He's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Is the Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collectorfest, and that is where we are live here. Fearon Derry and Lucas Switch DeSangro. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And a litany of folks meandering around here. I was going to say, we've got one with the headset on here. We've got Joel Goodhart, who's been, he's been named, he's been found. He's out of witness protection. No, we'll see if we can get him on here in a little bit. Hopefully, he's not exactly one to shy away from a radio microphone, as longtime Philadelphia listeners are well aware. Even longer time than me. Well, much longer time than me. But a legend here. But currently here on our guest headset at the neighboring table to us here, representative from Absolute Intense Wrestling. It's AIW, based out of the Cleveland, Ohio area.
Yeah, man.
All right, let me get you potted up here.
Uh-oh.
Well, I didn't get a chance to do a mic check with you here. Not necessarily the finishing move of Mr. Anderson, but you get the idea here.
Yeah, man.
We've got referee Dave Dawson.
That's right. That's me.
No relation to Richard Dawson, the longtime host of Family. Okay, that's... Again, that's a joke for pretty much Ted Efaw, Joel Goodhart here, and pretty much anybody over the age of 50 who remembers who the heck Richard Dawson is, and Lucas, because, A, he's giving me a smirk, and B, because, you found these things on YouTube, or I showed them to you, or something along those lines.
Yeah, you force-fed them to me.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Sort of. Okay, I willingly watched, but you still were like, hey, you're going to watch this, and I said, okay, fine, sure.
Yeah,
we get something later.
Because you haven't done that with me on how many occasions with other...
It's a mutual thing.
Anyway, Yeah, we have guests here. Let's behave.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, try and act all high and mighty now.
Hey, man. I don't have to act.
Oh, yeah, you might need to get your ref shirt on right now.
I might have to. Yeah, exactly. He's got some extra work going on here. So for those who are unfamiliar, since we are here in the Philadelphia area, and I know that's a bit of a hike from Cleveland, Ohio, tell us a little bit about AIW, about Absolute Intense Wrestling.
AIW has been around for a little over 10 years. We're coming up on our 11th anniversary show, which is going to be on July 20th, I believe, Absolution 11. It's going to be a good time. I can't really tell you what's going on because I don't even know what's going on. We got a couple more shows coming up right before then. We have like a girls show that we do, all girls show coming up. We got the JT Lightning Memorial Invitational Tournament, which features 24 of the best wrestlers in the whole entire world. We bring them in from all over. That's a tournament that everybody looks forward to. That's going to be on
nice.
May 23rd and 24th.
Okay, just before Memorial Day weekend.
Yep,
weekend
right before.
prior. All righty.
It's going to be a good time. We got Homicide coming in for the tournament.
Oh, nice.
For those, familiar. Dan the Beast Severn is coming out of retirement. He's going to be hanging out with us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Big Damo out of the UK is going to be hanging out with us. Several of the Ohio guys. Raymond Rowe. He's originally from AIW.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Now he's a Ring of Honor guy. Tim Dons. Tyson Dukes, Tracy Williams, just to name a few.
Sounds like sounds like a lot of fun, a lot of great stuff coming up in this summer for Absolute Intense Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
AIW, 10 years, and hopefully the first 10 of many more.
That's all. Yeah, absolutely. The girls' show is actually going to be really fun. That's on the 30th of this month. Gail Kim is our big special guest. On top of Shayna Baszler, who used to fight in the Octagon, one of the original four horsewomen with Ronda Rousey.
Oh, okay. The four horsewomen of MMA.
Yeah, of the UFC. The women's division. But hey, we are here in Philadelphia. It is crazy. Being able to shoulder bump with the likes of Tommy Dreamer and the likes of Rhino. Kurt Angle is.
Kurt Angle's a few tables down over there. Lex Luger.
We got Dennis Stamp. Dennis Stamp is hanging out.
Dennis Stamp's here. I know we saw Colt Cabana a little while ago.
Veda Scott is within arm's reach. It's
okay.
It's
I was gonna say it's kind of hard to not see this guy towering over me. Abyss.
Ah, hey, there he is, the monster.
The Monster Abyss.
The Monster Factory heavyweight champion.
Today is pretty much
the heavyweight champion of the MFPW. Yes.
Pro wrestling. It's the who's who.
Yeah.
You turn around, and you just don't know who you're gonna run into.
Which is a good Lucas and I here who are a who's who of who's that. Something.
Correct.
Hey, man. It's a wild time, and there's a lot of people here. I don't think I've ever been, well, besides maybe like a WWE show, but I've never been to a convention like this before. It's really different. There's so many different. Chris Hero. Chris Hero's in the house. There he is. Hey, give him a shout out, Chris Hero.
Hey, it's Chris Hero. What's going on, guys?
How about
Everybody
that?
having a good time?
Having a fantastic time here. This is 1490 WBCB. This is AM radio. We are live.
All right. What a cool convention we got going on here, man. There's all kinds of people from all over. It's, I'm a wrestler, but I'm also a wrestling fan deep down, and it's cool just to be in this environment surrounded by so many people that love pro wrestling, man. It's really cool to be here.
It most certainly is. We're glad to have you here, and glad to have everybody here, and hope that those listening out there can come on down. We're here until 3 o'clock today.
Come say hi. Get your ass down here. We're in Philly. Come on,
Absolutely.
ECW Arena. Nothing like it, man. Take care, y'all.
Most certainly.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Chris Hero, how about that?
You didn't expect that cameo from Chris Hero, yeah, did
No,
you?
definitely.
No, we did not.
Like I said, you never know who's going to roll on by
It's
here.
the who's who of pro wrestling, and that just proves it. You turn around, you don't know who you're going to bump into. You guys are great. Thanks for the plug. You guys are
problem.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
referee Dave Dawson of Absolute Intense Wrestling, AIW. So if you're in the Cleveland, Ohio area, there's certainly not much better out there. Well, I was going to say maybe that LeBron guy, but nah, who cares about him?
All right, guys.
How many championships does he have?
Wow. I was going to say, as Sixers fans, we're saying that with our 10-72 record. Who the heck are we kidding? Yeah, I know, the laughing stock of the NBA, but this is not basketball. This is not a basketball talk show, but we get to so many tangents, it's crazy. Referee Dave Dawson, thank you so much.
Thanks
Survey
for having
says
me,
it's a
guys.
hit here
All right,
without
awesome.
a question. All righty. Where the heck do we go from? Well, I was gonna say we'll go ahead and hand the. I was gonna say we're passing the headset around like. Careful now.
like a
basketball. Like a basketball.
I was going to say like a bucket of popcorn at the movie theater, but yeah.
That works too. So I was trying to tie it back into what we were saying a second ago. I was going to say we've got Ed from Northeast Philly hopping back on real quick, letting us know some of the stuff that's going on here.
Wrestle Pro tonight. Also, I can hardly see in this light.
Oh, you got the shadow going on here. Okay, that's over in Union, New Jersey, it looks like. I see Crowbar, Maven, Brian Myers, and Cliff Compton are going to be there. Okay.
And Hybrid is tonight also in Eddystone with Rebel, DJ Hyde, Nick Burke.
Oh, the Rockin' Rebel. Okay, yeah. Okay, a couple. I was going to say an in-person look at the local scene, courtesy of Ed from Northeast Philly.
That's not the only thing going on tonight, though.
Triple WA.
Oh, and Triple WA at the Holmesburg Boys Club as well. I was going to say, when you have this many people here for wrestling, there are certainly a lot of options. And, well, of course, I mean, there's something going on here as well. But I know where you, Lucas, and I are going to be.
Oh, yeah. The MFPW.
It's going to be a very huge and fun event tonight. Wrestling action returning to the MFPW Arena, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Fresh off his victory in the MFPW Cup tournament, Punisher Martinez looking to become a 3-time heavyweight champion of the MFPW as he faces the Monster Abyss.
Yeah.
Plus paid in full, they defend their team titles against the Down Boys. Deanna Perrazzo, I know she's been walking around here. She puts her girls championship of the MFPW on the line against newcomer Britt Baker. She had an impressive debut last show.
Against Miranda Burnett, and an unexpected victory, to say the least.
Without question. There'll be a fatal four-way to determine the #1 contender to the heavyweight title. Matthew Riddle making his return to challenge Mikey Webb, Shaheem Ali, and Kyle the Beast.
Yeah.
Also, Cody Vance faces the Freak Beast, Nick Camarado, and Ring of Honor's Bob Evans, Brutal Bob Evans. He sets his sights on the Wildman Congo.
Ooh.
As if that wasn't enough, former Tough Enough competitor Chelsea Green. She makes her debut at the MFPW as she takes on Miranda Burnett.
Ooh, now this is going to be one hell of a show.
Yeah, plus Anthony Bennett faces Clutch Adams, a former Supersonic champion and a former heavyweight champion going at it. Yeah. All this and much more, it's the MFPW presented by the world-famous Monster Factory, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Check out the MFPW and all things Monster Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, plus at monsterfactory.org. And make sure to check out past matches, bios, bloopers, and more at the mfnetwork.com. A jam-packed day, to say the least.
Oh, yeah. This is shaping up to be a great Saturday filled with wrestling fun.
It most certainly is. And I want to thank Ed from Northeast Philly. I know he's kind of looking around, trying to get to different folks here. So we'll go ahead and let you do that, and we can go ahead. Oh, one more thing?
Yeah, about Boss Mahoney.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scouting talent for a fundraiser for him.
Oh, okay, like a tribute show kind of deal.
Yeah, they have it on GoFundMe now.
Yeah, we did mention that. We mentioned that a little bit ago while you were out scouring some info. And it is certainly appreciated.
All right.
Good.
All right, Ed from
Holmesburg Boys Club. It's located 7700 Dickman Street in Northeast Philly. 7:30 p.m. at the end of the month.
At the end of the month. All right, so definitely check that out. Oh, the 30th, 2 weeks from tonight. All right, so definitely want to check that out. Thank you so much, Ed from Northeast Philly, for providing the look at the local scene in person or on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
He is very versatile when it comes to providing the information for the local scene.
Oh, yeah.
And it is certainly appreciated. Yep, we'll catch you next week on the air, Ed. Greatly appreciated. All right, let's, I don't know, do we want to take care of some business now? It's usually about that time.
I'd say we go for it.
So let's do it, and then we'll get decisions. I know. Like I said, things change second by second. Well, if Joel Goodhart can hang out with us for another minute or two, we'll go ahead and get him on the other side of this timeout. But first, it's a physically eventful weekend at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Sports fans can get their fill tonight as they'll be carrying the Orange and Black's playoff game on the big screen. plus a secret beer special announcement right before the game.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what that is. Then at 10 p.m., stick around for the Philadelphia Union soccer match, where every stout you purchase gets you the opportunity to win free Union tickets to their next home match next Saturday. Also, tomorrow at 11 a.m., a special ticket-only event called Brewga and Food, a 1-hour yoga session concluding with food paired with Broken Goblet beers, including a flight of beers. It's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Going to come back. We'll talk with, we've got Joel Goodhart here. We've got the folks from Crunch Fitness. I thought Mike was coming over, but I guess he's got to man the booth, huh? Oh, they're debating. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll take a timeout, send things back to the studio with Ted Efaw, and then we'll come back with more from the Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collectorfest here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, April 16. On this date in 2000, WCW held its Spring Stampede pay-per-view. In the main event, Jeff Jarrett defeated Diamond Dallas Page in a tournament final to win the vacant WCW World Heavyweight Championship. On this date in 2001, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from Knoxville, Tennessee. In the main event, Triple H pinned Jeff Hardy to win the Intercontinental Championship. On this date in 2003, the NWA TNA held its weekly pay-per-view number 40. In the main event, Alexis Lurie and Julio De Niro defeated Jeff Jarrett in a handicap Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. On this date in 2007, WWE Monday Night Raw aired from Milan, Italy. In the main event, John Cena defeated Edge and Randy Orton in a handicap tag team match. This has been Today in Wrestling History, April 16.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro. We are live at the Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collectorfest here at the 2300 Arena in South Philadelphia. A litany of folks here. I mean, people have been stopping by. I didn't expect Chris Hero to hop on the mic for a few seconds, but one person gracious enough to hop on the microphone, and certainly no stranger to the microphone, especially here in the Philadelphia radio area when it comes to wrestling talk, Joel Goodhart.
Oh, yeah. We wrestle, we brawl, and we do it all.
We wrestle, we brawl, we do it all. Yes.
You got it.
How the heck are you? What's
doing fine. All I heard was Icons of Wrestling, and everybody tells me I'm an icon from 25 to 30 years ago, so I figured I'd show up.
Oh, there we go. That makes me wonder what the hell am I doing here then?
No, this is great. I love the radio show. 17 years on the air. It's great. I was back on the radio, back on WIP many years ago. Only stayed on the air for about 7 years, doing a hell of a job.
Oh, thank you. I certainly appreciate it. I mean, we must be doing something right. I mean, between Eric Argiulo and myself. I mean, without him, he was the one who paved the way. And, yeah, somehow this kind of fell into my lap, and I'm trying to keep it going. Kind of like how the headphones there just kind of fell off your head.
I paved the way.
Well, yes, you paved true. You paved the way for him. Yes, so it's all being paved and paid forward. Yes.
That's it. That's what it's all about. It's great to be here. I'll tell you, a lot of people here. Got to see some old friends. Hadn't seen Ricky Steamboat in 25 years. Didn't see Lex Luger for about 25 years. Sabu, Gangrel's here. This is phenomenal.
Oh, Gangrel, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of the first people I interviewed when I took over. Gosh, a little over 7 years ago now.
Yeah, well, he was one of my main eventers many years ago at the Blackhearts. Nobody knew who he was because he was under a big hood. But he's here. Great to see him.
Oh, the secret's out now, isn't it?
Well, the secret was out long before I did that.
Yeah, true. The secret's out long before.
I saw Sandman here. I founded Sandman. I started Sandman. So I saw Sandman and Tommy Dreamer. It's just great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, a lot of local history with this being the former ECW Arena and a lot of ECW alumni here.
Yep.
And a lot of those guys came in with your organization prior to that.
Oh yeah,
the TWA.
TWA started it all, where we wrestled, we brawled, and we did it all until they did more of it.
More than all. It's amazing how that works.
Exactly.
That's a math problem neither of us can figure out, Neshaminy or Pennsbury.
Well, I'll tell you, Paul Orndorff worked for me many years ago. I saw Paul Orndorff here. Stan Hansen is here with Ron Bass. It's just great stuff.
Yeah, Ron Bass. I know there's so many names. I feel like I could spend the whole hour just rattling them off. It'd almost sound like a graduation ceremony or something.
First match I ever did ring announcing for Jim Crockett. The first guy in the ring was Ron Bass.
How about that? A lot of things coming full circle and then potentially starting to circle around again. Who knows?
No, it's good stuff. I'm glad to see you're here.
I'm certainly glad to be here and glad to see you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, outside of another extracurricular activity, which, if you'd like, we can keep under wraps.
That's quite all right. It's no big deal. I got to meet you at an Elvis Presley concert. It was obviously somebody who was doing Elvis Presley. And we actually had hired him to do a show for us, so that's why I was there, and I met you there.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, that's right. You did mention that a little bit through a mutual friend of ours, a little bit further down the radio dial. We'll put it that way to keep me out of trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, people who have listened long enough know if they can put two and two together. Elvis and down the radio dial. I think our listeners are smart enough to be able to figure it out.
Got it.
I mean, they're smart enough to listen to this show, so obviously they've got to be pretty doggone bright.
Well, if they listened to Wrestling Radio 25 years ago, listened to you for the last 17, they're up to speed.
Exactly. At least we try to keep them up to speed.
There you go.
Joel Goodhart, always a pleasure. Great to talk to you again. Look forward to whatever comes down the pike.
We wrestle, we brawl, we do it all.
Absolutely. And we talk and
walk and
I can't rhyme it.
Yeah.
And then we say, no, that doesn't rhyme. Doesn't quite rhyme anyway. Giving Ted Epaw another heart attack back at the studio. Like, come on, guys, you're killing me.
You are killing me.
Oh, there we go.
Cameo from Ted Epaw.
It's because I did the quasi spot-on impression of Ted Epaw or something like that. Now, I was going to say, we still have, the time is flying by and moving slowly at the same time here, but we've got a couple of folks here. I was going to say, who wants to be the one to hop on the headset here? Okay, you'll be the one to don the headphones and the microphone? All righty, go ahead here. Thanks to a friend of mine here who I didn't even know he was going to be here, but I saw the giant Crunch Fitness tent. Give us your name here, since my buddy couldn't quite come over here because he's got to man the tent here. My buddy Mike Riddle over there.
Yeah, he was a little scared to come on over, so yeah.
Scared? As big as he is, he was scared? Come on now.
I don't know. I mean, he might be a little
radio shy. He makes me look as puny as Lucas did when he first started the show about 2 years ago.
Yeah, the Jolly Green Giant over there.
Exactly. Apparently that's one of the things. He has mycophobia or something like that.
Something like that.
Microphonophobia. I don't know. I don't know the technical term.
I don't think there is a technical term.
Probably not. I just make it up as I go along, and it sounds somewhat good. But anyway, they're representing Crunch Fitness, which we have a location not too far from our BCB studios over in Commerce Boulevard, right there in Fairless Hills. Alongside a certain eating establishment that I will personally admit that I spend more time at than Crunch Fitness, that's for sure.
Which one is that?
The one which I think usually has a fourth meal. We'll leave it at that.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, some sort of something Lupa's going on right now. Yeah, that.
Awesome. But yeah, just like you said, we're in the same lot with Dick's Sporting Goods, Five Below, right in the same parking lot as the Barnes & Noble. Right on Commerce Boulevard.
Yep, and you're here sponsoring the Collectorfest as well as the HOH show going on tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be here all day throughout the event. We have some things planned to kind of spice up the event tonight, so we look forward to showing you guys what we're all about.
Fantastic. Certainly looking forward to it. Like I said, I mean, no discredit to you. I mean, Mike and I go way back, probably to our mid-teens, probably closing in on, I think, probably about 18 years he and I have known each other. So it was cool to run into him here, and I did not realize that he would be this shy when it came to microphones, considering, I mean, he's got muscle on top of muscle. I don't know why he'd be a...
Yeah, he definitely towers over her and I. So, yeah, I mean, he's definitely a big presence. But, hey, I mean, just like you said, Mike.
Maybe he lets his physicality do the talking as opposed to being on the microphone.
Of course,
so maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for hopping on. There you go. If you're looking to get into a little bit of shape, or if you're like me and had a few too many brews over at the Broken Goblet, then the way to go would be Crunch Fitness without question. Zero down payment right now.
Yeah, 0 down for the whole weekend. Join us for as low as $9.95 a month.
Oh, there we go. So definitely check them out. Their website to plug, like crunchfitness.com.
Yeah, you can go to either
Crunch Fitness Fearless Hills.
Yeah, it'd be crunchfairlesshills.com, or you can just go through the corporate website of just crunch.com. Again, all the locations nationwide. We have about 150 nationwide. So again, you can either go to crunch.com or come to us directly at crunchfairlesshills.com.
There you go. Make sure to look for Mike. As big as he is, you can't miss him. He's like a slightly younger Brock Lesnar.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actually, that's from here. That's not too far off the description. He does kind of look like a younger and happier Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, definitely more approachable than Brock Lesnar for sure.
This is true. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Greatly appreciate it. And enjoy the festivities that are here at the Icons of Wrestling and Comic Book Collectorfest.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate the folks from Crunch Fitness coming on out here. And wow, I feel like I barely got in a minute to breathe here. It's been that crazy.
Just take a minute. It's pretty good.
I'm blowing up just sitting here in the chair. That's how hectic it is around here.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure somewhere Danny Cage is going, oh boy. Yeah, I know. I threw that out there. All right. Well, let me take care of a little bit of, we've taken care of our business back at the studio, but going to let you know about our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles. They bring you the legends in sports and entertainment, including 2 weeks from now, Saturday, April 30th from noon to 2 in their Neshaminy Mall store, WWE Hall of Famer Coco Beware.
Birdman.
Yes, indeed. George's Cards and Collectibles has been the leading collectibles store in the tri-state area for over 20 years. They have 3 locations. Their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Willow Grove Park Mall, and in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing. Get the latest info on George's Cards and Collectibles at their website, georgescollectibles.com, as well as through George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. A couple little tidbits I wanted to get into. We'll get into the news and notes in a second. From the Today in Wrestling History, that handicap Clockwork Orange House of Fun match, which I think took me about 17 takes to record that over the course of this week, just because that's, I don't know, for some reason it was a hard thing for me to say. But Alexis Lurie, that name might sound familiar. In fact, her better known name, she's probably about 10 feet away from us now, as Alexis Lurie would eventually go on to be known as Mickie James. She's the only woman to have competed in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match.
Wow.
And she's lived to tell the tale. In fact, she's 10 feet over from us here.
I can only imagine what kind of match that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if that's coming up in the archives anytime soon. And that Monday Night Raw from Milan, Italy, back in 2007, some 9 years ago, that same show saw the debut of one Master of the Cobra, Santino Marella.
Yes, he beat Umaga for the Intercontinental title, correct?
With a lot of help from Bobby Lashley. Yeah. Yes, he did.
Lasher.
Just a couple of little tidbits that jumped out there. So we're going to rapid fire news and notes here because we only got about 6 minutes left. That's amazing how quick the program just flies on by. American Grit having a rough start. That's right. The premiere of the Fox show American Grit, hosted by John Cena, drew 2.347 million viewers. It was the least viewed show in its time slot among the major 4 networks, or the 4 major networks. To give you an idea, SmackDown on USA, which was running head-to-head with Cena's network program, averaged 2.355 million viewers, meaning roughly 80,000 more people were watching SmackDown on cable than Cena's show on network television. Ouch. In a little bit of something to follow up from last week. No, nothing that's going to get me into trouble, Ted. Don't worry. Former WWE wrestler Rene Dupree voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit that he filed against WWE. For those who missed it, the lawsuit was regarding unpaid royalties stemming from the WWE network. As I had noted last week, WWE attorney Jerry McDevitt was all over it, informing the Hollywood Reporter that Dupree signed a contract back in 2011 that prevents him from making the royalty claim. He added that Dupree's attorney didn't know about the contract when told about it, and that could explain why the suit was voluntarily dismissed. Also, TNA issuing a press release on Monday noting that replays of Impact Wrestling on Pop will have one exclusive airing on Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, and starting today, an encore presentation will air Saturday mornings at 11:30. Apparently, they feel threatened by my ratings and need to try to chip into them. What the heck is up with
our ratings? But yeah. I'm a part of the show too.
True, just like Will Smith's a part owner of the Sixers. He owns like 2%. All right, as you're staring blankly at me, speaking of ownership and money, Shane McMahon and the You On Demand company are listed as defendants in a lawsuit filed by attorney David Lopez on behalf of the plaintiff Deborah Donahue on March 14th. Donahue seeking recovery of short swing profits, use that in air quotes. The lawsuit claims that McMahon disposed for value of 7 million Series A shares of the You On Demand stock on January 31st, 2014, and then purchased 24,600 shares of You On Demand common stock on May 22nd, 2015, resulting in a profit of roughly $17,700. What the heck does all that mean? I asked that question myself. The suit saying that Shane violated Securities and Exchange Commission rules that limits people who have insider information about a company from making short-term sales that give them quick profits. Owners and operators of a company aren't supposed to make multiple transactions within a 6-month period. Considering that this is within a 17-month period, I don't see what the heck is going on with it, but that could have just been a typo in the legal summons or whatever the case may be. Also, there's something about that first night of the WWE European Tour that tends to get someone hurt. This time, Bray Wyatt was the victim of the injury bug, as WWE.com reports that Wyatt suffered a right calf injury in his match against Roman Reigns on Wednesday in Milan, Italy. It was the first night of the European Tour. The last time WWE had a European Tour was roughly 5 months ago, and the first night of that tour in Dublin, Ireland, that was where Seth Rollins blew out his knee in a match against Kane. It's amazing how that was like 5 months ago now already, and he's still on the mend. And just when you thought it was over, brother, the audio clip of Hulk Hogan's racist rant was unsealed and has been released online. There are a lot of moments that are inaudible.
Talker.
Yeah. Oh, no, this was somebody else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this was somebody else who unsealed the audio. But there are a lot of moments that are inaudible or hard to understand, and many parts are silenced out for those who didn't sign privacy waivers. But if you want to give it a listen for yourself, it's at deathandtaxesmag.com. I have no idea. I'm delivering it to you. Also, WWE signed 10 developmental recruits. They announced on Tuesday that a new class of 10 recruits had begun training at the Performance Center Orlando. Among them includes former professional football player Babatunde Ayegbusi, Marine Corps SWAT team member Macy Estrella, Scottish independent wrestler Nikki Storm, former Phoenix Suns dancer and Arizona Cardinals cheerleader Daniela Camella, and Australian independent wrestler Shane Haste.
Ooh.
How about that? And we've got we do have a minute left, so it's time for
birthdays.
So energetic. 3 of them for you here. I know, this has been a very draining hour. On this date in 1937, William James Myers was born. The WWE Hall of Famer, best known as George the Animal Steele, turns 79 today.
Well, how about that?
On this date in 1968, Vicki Lynn Lara was born. The former WWE manager and authority figure best known as Excuse Me! Vicky Guerrero turns 48 today. And finally, on this date in 1980, Paul Michael London was born. The former WWE Cruiserweight Champion and 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion turns 36 today. So a lot of people to thank. I want to thank referee Dave Dawson for hopping on the program from Absolute Intense Wrestling. Thanks to Chris Hero, Joel Goodhart, and Ed from Northeast Philly.
Well, thank you, Fearon.
Who am I forgetting?
Well, thank you, Fearon, for having us be down here today to broadcast live from the Wrestling Collectorfest.
Yes, it's still going on for another couple of hours, but we're going to be stopping things here, checking out the festivities. And thanks to Ted back in the studio for keeping us on the air. And we'll be back in studio next week, a little bit delayed due to some high school football. We'll be on the air from 2 to 3. next Saturday afternoon. So until then, play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
Serving you better than ever before. This is 1490 WBCB Levittown.